Hi boys and girls, Ms. Pickowitz here on Tuesday with your reading lesson. And for today's reading lesson, you're only going to need this, the book that we did yesterday, At School We Can. We'll read it together first, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something called Read to Self in 3 Ways to Read a Book. We're not going to have anything to do after this one, so you can just take a break and have a little bit of fun. You can practice your name. Maybe if your mom and dad has signed you up for Get Epic, you can go listen to a couple books on Get Epic. But you can have a few minutes after we're done with this lesson for yourself. So At School We Can, yesterday we colored this book and we read it together. You should have written your name on the line that says colored by. So let's read this book together. I'm going to read it, and then I want you to say it after me. So I say, you say. It's called echo. So later on when I say, like next month or in a few weeks, if I say we're going to echo, you should know that means I say, you say it. So I say it. When I'm done saying it, then you say it. You say exactly what I said. Echo. That's what an echo is. At school, we can write. Your turn. Very good. And you're going to use the picture. She's got a pencil and a paper. She's sitting at a desk or a table, so you know that she is writing. We're going to look at this picture. Sitting at a table, and they have some food. Looks like she might be eating cereal or something. There's a banana. He's got a muffin and something to drink. So we know that they're probably eating. So now I'm going to say it, and then you say it. At school, we can eat. Your turn. Good job. And we know that they're eating because we're using the picture to help us figure out some of the words. We're using our clues, picture clues. Next page. He looks like he has a paintbrush, and this looks like it could be an easel, and there's a cup on it with maybe a couple more paintbrushes. So we're going to read this sentence. Me first, then you. I read, then you. At school, we can paint. Yes, we know he's painting. Your turn. Very good. And we used our picture clues to help us figure out this sentence. Let me go to the next page. At school, we can read. Your turn. Very good. And again, you're going to use your picture clues to help you. We know read because he's got a book. Very good. So we go to the next page. I say, you say. At school, we can play. Your turn. Very good. And you know that they are playing because it looks like they're on a swing set, they're outside, they're happy. Right now, while we're learning words, we can use pictures to help us figure out parts of the story. I say, you say. At school, we can have fun. Very good. And how do you know they're having fun? Because they have smiles on their faces. Very good, boys and girls. Good job. So we used our book to read, but I want you to set it down in front of you and listen to me for a minute because we're also going to learn something else. So when we're reading a book, there are 3 ways to read a book. Number 1, you can read the pictures. You can tell what's going on in a book with pictures if you look at the pictures, and the pictures can tell the story. So if you don't know words and you can't read yet, it's okay. You can still read books. You look at the pictures and you can help tell the story by looking at the pictures. Number 2, as you start to learn to read words, you can read the words. That's the second way to read a book. And if you don't know all the words, then you read the ones you know and you try to sound out the other ones. So number 3 is retell the story. And so when you have read the story either using pictures or words, then you can always read a story again and you can retell it. And sometimes you can just retell it in your mind, you can retell it to a friend, you can retell it on paper. There's lots of ways to retell a story, but you can always read a book again and retell a story. So those are 3 ways to read a book. Now we're going to talk about read to self. Read to self means you get your book and you get started right away. And you read the whole time and you stay in one spot and you read quietly. So when we're done with the video, you can either use your at school book that we just read, or if you have another book at home you want to practice with, that's fine. But I want you to get a book and I want you to sit down and I want you to read. I want you to stay in one spot and you read quietly. That means you don't talk to anybody, you don't ask anyone questions, you don't look up and start trying to watch the TV. Read to self means that you get started, you read the whole time, and you stay in one spot and you do it quietly. And that's how we read to self. And we're going to learn it, and we'll obviously practice it a lot when we get back in the classroom, but this is something you can practice at home too. Read to self. So what I want you to do when we're done with this lesson is I want you to practice reading to self. Okay? And then you can have a few minutes of free time. You can maybe get on Get Epic if you don't have any books, and you can read to self on Get Epic. I've sent moms and dads the information. If they have, it's in the email. Okay? So until later, I will see you guys soon. Bye.